disappointed in the way the government has continued the economic inequalities they inherited from the Tories, and doubly disappointed by last Monday's announcement of putting defence spending up to another 13 billion a year and looking for more arms expenditure when we should be looking for a peaceful, sustainable world. The question about corporate power grab is the most fundamental question there is. What we have is global corporations, a very small number, having massive, incredible powers, far greater power than almost any national government anywhere. And so they are controlling what is happening. And in the USA, you see it boldly and blatantly there. Look at the billionaires sitting behind Trump on his inauguration platform. Look at the billionaires around his cabinet, and you'll see what is going on in the USA. But also look at the corporatisation of British politics, the huge business donations to both the major parties in this country. Look at the effects of that on the political system. What we need is a much more democratic political system. And what I've been doing here today in Southport is supporting Grassroots campaign. I think it is, because it means that the political movement regenerating is one that's inevitably and required to be rooted within the community, hence the accountability. In the contribution I was invited to make to the meeting this afternoon, I said, well, this doesn't make life easy for elected politicians, it is making them accountable. And that is what democracy is about, which is why when I was leading the Labour Party, and the biggest opposition I had to it from the Labour Party bureaucracy was development of community organisers and a community organising operation by the party, because I do believe that politics is about what you demand in your own community and achieve. And here in Southport, they've been through hell with the murders that took place, with the far-right activities that followed and the attack on us and other people, but also it's the development of this enormous local social justice independent movement, and we've had a fascinating afternoon. Funding of political parties is part of the issue, but only part of the issue. We fought a general election campaign in my constituency as independents, therefore we had no national support, no national funding, no national branding. We won. Because we had a large number of people helping, because we knocked on a lot of doors, and also I'd been there a very long time. All of those factors were a plus. We didn't win it through money. We didn't win it through the influence of the mainstream media. And whilst it is a disadvantage not having any media approval, it's also an advantage, because it means you're not beholden to anybody. So you get out there and put that message. And community groups feeling strong and feeling confident for what win. Best response is this. Did immigrants underfund the National Health Service? Did the migrant community underfund education? Did the migrant community bring in a two-child benefit cap? Did the migrant community underfund disability benefits? We all know the answer. No, 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 no. And so the idea that you're blaming vulnerable minorities of people for the problems that the rest of society face is dishonest and dangerous nonsense. And I just say to those people that think refugees are a massive problem, who is going to be the teachers of tomorrow? Who are going to be the care workers tomorrow? Who are going to be the engineers of tomorrow? Tomorrow they'll be our neighbours. Tomorrow they'll be our friends. Tomorrow they'll be our teachers. Get over it. And let's build a society where we care for each other, not blame each other. The issues of arms supplies are crucial. Now, the ICC has issued arrest warrants for 2 Israeli politicians for acts of a genocidal nature in Gaza. Therefore, the supplying of weapons to those same people that can continue those activities then calls into question their culpability on it. And so whatever words they care to use, I firmly believe that those that have supplied the weapons to Israel that have occasioned the deaths of more than 60,000 people in Gaza are themselves culpable in supplying weapons, knowing how they're going to be used and knowing what the effect would be, and knowing there was somebody who was going to target schools and hospitals, knowing they were going to kill children. Well, everyone's got to be part of the movement, whether they have disabilities or not, whether they have special needs or not. That surely is how you build a coherent social society. So obviously those with disabilities have to be there and have to be represented there and have to have the facilities to be there. That should apply to every meeting, every event, all the time anyway.